Imagine you are standing in a frozen forest 12,000 years ago. It is pitch black. You are huddled around a small fire with your tribe, listening to the wind howl through the trees. You feel safe near the flames, but you shouldn't. Just 10 yards away, hidden perfectly in the shadows, something is watching you. It doesn't growl, it doesn't make a sound. It is heavier than a lion, but built like a wrestler. It opens its mouth, not like a normal cat, but like a snake, unhinging its jaw to a terrifying 120 degrees. It reveals two serrated daggers, 7 inches long. This beast doesn't need to wrestle you to the ground. It doesn't need to suffocate you for minutes like a modern tiger. It only needs 1 second. One strike, one bite, and it's all over. Welcome to Primeval Life. Today we are hunting the ultimate assassin of the Ice Age, the cat that could kill with a single bite. Most people know this animal as the Sabertooth Tiger, but that name is a lie. It wasn't a tiger. It wasn't even closely related to tigers. It was the Smilodon, and it was an evolutionary experiment that nature has never repeated. To understand why this creature was so terrifying, you have to forget everything you know about modern big cats. If a lion attacks a zebra today, it's a messy brawl. The lion clamps its jaws around the throat and squeezes, cutting off the air. It takes time, it takes energy. The Smilodon didn't have time. It lived in a world of giants, mammoths, mastodons, and giant ground sloths capable of crushing a predator with one swing. If the Smilodon stayed in a long fight, it would die. So it evolved to be a surgical killer. Here is the twist that baffles scientists. For a long time, we thought the Smilodon had the strongest bite in history. But when researchers analyzed its skull, they found something shocking. Its bite force was actually weak. A modern jaguar has a bite 3 times stronger. So how did a cat with a weak bite rule the world? The answer lies in its neck. The Smilodon was built like a biological pickaxe. It wasn't designed to bite down hard. It was designed to drive its head forward with massive power. It would ambush its prey, pin it down with immense forearms, and then drive those 7-inch fangs into the soft tissue of the neck. It severed the windpipe and the major arteries instantly. The prey didn't suffocate. It bled out in seconds. It was gruesome, but it was efficient. But here is the dark side of this weapon, and this is the part most people don't realize. The Smilodon lived on a razor's edge. Those massive teeth were its greatest strength, but also its greatest weakness. They were long and thin. If the cat missed the soft throat and hit a bone, snap. If a tooth broke, the Smilodon was doomed. It couldn't hunt, it would starve. We have found fossils of these cats with broken fangs, showing signs of starvation. This means every single hunt was a high-stakes gamble. Perfect aim meant dinner. A slight miss meant death for the hunter. So, did they hunt us? This is the question that haunts anthropologists. We know that early humans and Smilodon lived in the same places at the same time. In the famous La Brea tar pits, we have found thousands of Smilodon bones, but we also see signs of conflict. Our ancestors were smaller, slower, and weaker, but we had fire and we had spears. However, the Smilodon had a terrifying advantage. It was an ambush predator. It likely hunted humans not by charging into our caves, but by picking us off one by one as we ventured into the tall grass. The silence was their weapon. You wouldn't hear the roar. You would just feel the weight, and then the lights would go out. So, why aren't they here today? If they were the perfect killing machines, why did they vanish 10,000 years ago? Ironically, their perfection was their downfall.
They were specialists. They were evolved to kill slow, massive animals like mammoths and bison. When the climate warmed and the ice age ended, the giant, heavy animals died out. They were replaced by swift, agile deer and antelope. The Smilodon was too bulky to chase a deer. Its ambush tactics didn't work in the open plains. The ultimate assassin ran out of targets. The Smilodon is a reminder that in nature, you don't have to be the strongest to survive. You just have to be able to adapt. The Smilodon bet everything on one strategy, the one-bite kill. And when the game changed, it lost everything. If you enjoyed this journey into the jaws of the past, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're digging up a new monster next week, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. This is Primeval Life. Stay wild.